Alright guys, before we even talk about anything in this video, guys, I need you to go ahead, real quick, if you're gonna click off this video, just go ahead and, before you click on the video, go to my YouTube, go to my community, and please vote. Please take a vote on who looks the best. Just go ahead and do that, please. That's all I ask of you. That's just the one thing. You don't have to subscribe, you don't have to like. If you're gonna click on the video real quick, just real quick, click on that, vote, and then come back. That would be much appreciated, please. And then you can fuck off. But anyways, guys, for those who don't want to do that, my name's AJ Buddy. How's it going? Please like, subscribe, and comment. Today we're talking about how you can ruin your relationship with your family, your friends, or your romantic relationship. So let's just get into it, because I know that I like to ramble. So I'm just going to get into it, because I can't keep rambling for like 20, 30, 40, 50 fucking minutes. And then expect you guys to stay interested and stay entertained on the video. So let's just get into it. So let me just read by the script, because, like, okay guys, I don't know if you guys know, but I don't have I never have a script when I record these videos. So now I'm trying to write a script. So let me just get to it. Why we ruin the people we love, and how to repair a relationship that feels too far gone. Have you ever looked back at a friendship, right? Or even your family and thought, how did we end up here? How the fuck did we end up yelling at each other, being toxic to each other? No huge betrayal, no silence, no catastrophic, no single catastrophic event, nothing like that, right? Just distance. Just the text stop, the calls become awkward, the laughter disappears. Sometimes the people we lose aren't taken from us. We slowly push them away. Today we're talking about how the relationships get ruined, and whether they can actually be repaired after it feels like it's suddenly too late. So if you guys are interested in that and you want to stay tuned, like the video, subscribe. All right. Relationships rarely end overnight. Most relationships don't explode. They erode. Think about a rope. One strand snapping doesn't matter much, right? Oh yeah, it's just a strand, doesn't matter, you know? But even if one strand breaks, eventually the entire rope falls apart. The relationship works the same way. Small moments matter. Not listening, not apologizing, choosing your phone over a conversation, assuming they'll always be there. Individually, these moments seem insignificant, right? And they do. They actually do seem insignificant. Together, they change everything. The silent relationship killers, taking people for granted. When someone has always been there for you, right? It's easy to believe that they'll always stay. We stop saying thank you, we stop checking in, we stop showing appreciation, because we assume they already know. But appreciation isn't something you earn once. It's something relationships need consistency for. Poor communication. This is a big one for me, poor communication, man. Many people think arguing destroys relationships. Silence is often more dangerous. People hide disappointment, they avoid difficult conversations, they let resentment build until it becomes impossible to ignore. That's how my ex left me. Do you remember my ex, right? You remember my ex? The one that left me? So resentment is impossible, man. It's impossible to ignore after it explodes, man. Eventually they stop trying. Not because they stopped caring, It's definitely not that. Because they stopped believing anything would change. That's bullshit. I hate that shit so much. Guys, let me tell you something real quick. Let me add to the script really quickly. Let me go off the script, you know? I'm gonna be the person who goes out of the box real quickly. When people believe nothing because they think that they stop believing because they think nothing will change, I have such a toxic family that I believe that one day, if I just keep to it, one day I can change. Maybe I could fix it. Because I have such an anxious attachment style. Oh, one day maybe I could fix it. Maybe something will work. Maybe one day we'll come to the conclusion, you know, that we're all family here. But no, it never works. It never fucking works. And I have to learn every single day that they don't change. You have to leave. You have to have self-respect and pick yourself up and leave. I have so much capacity for emotional resistance. I have so much capacity to be ignored. I just have too much of it. That's why, and this is one of the reasons my ex did not have the emotional capacity to stay in a relationship that wasn't serving her. She didn't have the emotional capacity to do that. She did not have the emotional capacity to build with me to work on the problems. And I was not working on the problems with her. But out of the two of us, I have the emotional capacity to stay in a sinking ship for the longest time. I can do that, and I learned that from my relationship with my parents, with my brothers, with my sisters, and I've just learned that if you stick it out long enough, something will change, but it doesn't change. Nothing changes. Pride is another one, right? Pride whispers they should apologize first. If they cared, they text. I'm not chasing anyone. The problem is they're thinking the exact same thing. Years can pass because two people waited for the other to make the first move. They're so stupid. Sometimes it's not always like that, but sometimes, most of the time, it is. Neglect is a big one. Neglect is such a big one. Relationships don't survive on history, they survive on maintenance, right? Friendships need time. Romantic relationships needs affection. I was never affectionate vocally with my ex, so I got fucked so hard. Families need connection. Ignoring maintenance doesn't usually cause immediate damage. It slowly creates emotional distance. So I guess I fucked up with that. Assuming intentions, right? Assuming intentions. One missed phone call becomes they don't care. One forgotten birthday becomes they never think about me, right? Instead of asking questions, we create stories in our heads. Most confidence, most conflicts aren't caused by facts. They're caused by assumptions. And you already know if you're an overthinker, you're thinking, you always jump into conclusions. You're always thinking, oh, there was somebody else. Oh, they don't care about me anymore. And that's the same thing that I do. I do the same thing all the time. I'm like, oh, well, I guess they're done with me, right? They just hate me. They hate me so much. Like, I hate you so much then. I hate you so much. Fuck you. And then you're like, and then you start trying to get metacognition. You're like, no, they're not like that. Please. I can work on the relationship. When it feels too late, this is the hardest part. Sometimes months have passed, years sometimes. Sometimes someone says, I don't know if this can be fixed. At that point, many people give up. But there's something important. A damaged relationship isn't always a dead relationship. People can reconnect after years apart. Years. People can forgive friends. They can heal families. Couples rebuild trust. Not always. It's not always guaranteed, but often enough, it's worth trying. How you can begin to repair your relationships. Accept your part. Not all of it. Not all of it. Your part. Healing begins when you stop asking, who ruined this? and starts asking, what could I have done better? Right? That shift changes everything. Now it's time to reach out, right? After maybe I would recommend 3, 4 months, right? Whether it's a family member, a relationship, or like a romantic relationship, or a friendship, right? Don't always wait for a perfect moment, but I would generally wait like 4 months, 3, 4 months, especially if you have an avoidant um, attachment friend or something or relationship. Don't wait until you're less nervous. Send the message. If they really cared about you and you've been in a relationship, it's like if it was like longer than 2 years, a year, you should probably send it. If they don't make the first text first, I'm not saying break no contact after like a month or two. Wait a couple months, a few months. Life is really unpredictable. Regrets last longer than embarrassment. Apologize without defending yourself, right? A real apology doesn't sound like, I'm sorry, you felt that way. It sounds like, I hurt you, I understand why, I'm sorry, there's no excuses, there's no blame, there's no scorekeeping. Step 4 is listen more than you speak. Many people hear only enough to prepare their response. Listen to understand. Listen to understand. Shut the fuck up. The way that you should be doing it is one person speaks for a few minutes, and then you're like, okay. You take that information in, and then you get to speak. You don't speak on your behalf. You speak on both of y'all's behalfs. Ask questions. No, not on both of y'all behalf. Like if it's a shared conversation, ask about how they feel about that thing. Hey, I feel like you didn't care about me. Okay. What did I do to make you feel like I don't care about you? And they're going to be like, okay, there's nothing that you did. It was all on me, and I have issues. Okay. How can I help you resolve those issues? Or how can I help with avoiding those issues? Or how can we work on these issues together? How can we tackle the relationship to make it work? Let the other person explain their experience without interrupting, right? Because again, we are both individuals, so you have to let them speak. You have to understand them from their point of view. Because again, you're both looking at the relationship at two different perspectives. One person has a different perspective than you. One may be really happy about the relationship while the other is really sad. Sometimes people don't need a solution. They need to feel heard. Step 5, accept that forgiveness takes time. One conversation rarely repairs months or years of hurt. Trust is built through consistency. Keep showing up, keep doing what you said you would. Real change is measured over time. Part 5, when you can't repair it. Sometimes you've changed, you've apologized, you've grown, and they still don't want a relationship. That's painful. It's fucking heart crushing. But healing isn't only about reconciliation. Sometimes healing means accepting that you can't control other people's decisions. You can only control the person you become afterwards. Learn from it. Carry those lessons into every future relationship. Don't let one broken connection teach you to stop loving people. Let it teach you to love them better. The people in our lives aren't guaranteed. Nobody's guaranteed. Like literally, she, my ex fucking left me. Just one day, hey, we need to talk. Left me. Boom, gone. Friendships fade. I've seen that happen. multiple amount of times. I've seen a whole friend group crumble because two people broke up. Families drift apart. Of course, I've seen that too. I haven't seen my sister in like 3 years. Relationships end. Not always because someone stopped loving. Sometimes it's because both people stop tending to the relationship. If someone important is on your mind while watching this, maybe today is a good day to reach out. As long as it's been like 2 months, 3 months, you should reach out. Maybe wait 4 months if they're an avoid it. Not because you're guaranteed another chance, but because someday you'll either be grateful you tried or wish you had. If you joined this video, consider subscribing, right? Consider, letting me know in the comments what's one relationship that taught you the biggest lesson about love, friendship, or family, right? So my honest thoughts about this, unscripted for a second. It's so hard. It's so hard to pick up the phone and text that person. It's so hard to pick up the phone and start communicating with them. It's so hard to do that. But the thing is, if you fucked up in the relationship, right, and you know it's your fault, you might have to reach out to them. And you think, oh, well, they should reach out to me. No, they're not gonna reach out to you because they think that you're an asshole. If you were red pilling, let's say you're in a romantic relationship and you were red pilling your way through it, and you thought that, yeah, at first they were attracted to you because red pill does work for short-term attraction, but then after maybe like 6 months to a year, they start getting tired of that. They saw your good personality, your kind spirit, right? Whatever. But eventually you kept on going back to your red pill ways to get your way, which did work, but it actually eroded the relationship over time. So try and work on it. Again, if you notice signs of an avoidant attachment style, wait 4 to 6 months. If no, and you're still in contact with them, try and work on the relationship. I'm telling you right now, relationships are good to have. Do not let this opportunity pass. If it cannot be fixed, then yeah, you have to move on. But if you're just waiting there, just like, oh, I don't know, maybe one day, I don't know, and then it never happens, then you're like 50 years old, you're like, I should have reached out. Fuck. But that's it, guys. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe, like, comment. All right. Peace.